Hi, it's B, and welcome back to my channel. Actually, I can't really say welcome back to my channel because this is a new channel. Don't worry, wait, I'll explain. Okay, so I have a few YouTubes, right? And I got a new phone and I don't remember my password, so I got locked out of my YouTube and I tried to restore it. And I'm sure you can, but when I looked it up, I couldn't personally figure it out. But that's all right. It's all right. I'm just going to start again. And I started again a few times, so I'm sorry for the confusion if you see my other channels. And yes, I will be repeating things that I said on those channels, but that's okay. If you're not down for repeat and repeat, you don't have to watch it, but that's the truth. And, that's what's happening right now. All right, so this is my new channel. And again, I am going to be talking about the mind, the body, the spirit, and my experience, my strength, my hope. So some days I will be cooking and I will be showing you what I eat and what has helped healed me, my mind, my body, and my spirit. Some days I'll be talking about, all different topics, like I just said, just really my experience. And one thing I didn't talk really about the other two or few channels is how I came to believe in God. And that's important for me. So it's not going to be like, this whole godly channel, but honestly, like that has been one of the biggest motivations in my life. Is coming to believe. I used to be atheist. I used to be agnostic. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, like, what's have gotten me to where I am today compared to where I used to be for me is finding God. So I will be talking about God on this channel, and but not every video, but that's just my story, and this is what my channel is about, me, and my experience, my strength, my hope, and what it's gotten me through. So today I just want to talk briefly about forgiveness. That was my last, I think, video, or maybe not my last video, but a video that I made in my last YouTube channel was forgiveness. So I just wanted to read something really quick. And it says, I did not write this, by the way, but it says, when someone hurts you, the act of forgiveness is difficult but necessary. Until you forgive, you are trapped in a prison of your own creation. God has a better plan. He wants us to live in the present, not the past. And He knows that in order to do so, we must forgive those who have harmed us. Have you decided to be someone who is no longer enslaved to bitterness, but embraces the freedom of forgiveness? That's a question I had to ask myself, to ask you to ask. And it says, perhaps you need to ask God to forgive you for your inability to forgive others. Have you genuinely prayed for those feelings of anger might be swept from your heart? If not, then it's time to move past your own particular tough times by freeing yourself from the chains of bitterness and regret. Like, wow, you might want to rewind that and listen to it again. To be a Christian means to forgive the inexcusable because God has forgiven the excusable in you. That little quote was by C.S. Lewis. So, in this book that I'm reading from is Overcoming Tough Times. Beautiful book. God's answers to every situation. I bought this at Walmart. Like over a year ago, and it's not long. I've read this like, I don't know, probably 10 times in the last not even year yet. Like, I just keep reading it over and over. And when I get to the end, I just start again. And when I get to the end, I just start again. It's helped me so, 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 so much. And when I first started reading it, I wasn't even sure where I was at with God. Like, I knew I believed in a higher power, you know, um, it was the universe, earth, air, fire, water. And it's still, as I am very spiritual still, like, I know there's a thin line between this. Like, I don't need any, whatever. This is my experience, strength, and hope that I'm sharing with you. Um, and then I started reading this, and like I said, at first I wasn't reading the Bible yet. I wasn't, going to church yet. I was just reading this and another like godly daily devotional. But since then, starting like December, and since then, I have started reading the Bible. I do go to church, and I do call my higher power God. Um, but this has helped me so, so much, and I wish I didn't just get off where I was, because I wanted to read something else. All right, let's read more. What else does it say here? Okay. God expects us to forgive others as he has forgiven us. We are to follow his example by having a forgiving heart. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door of resentment and the handcuffs of hate. It is a power that breaks the chains of bitterness and the shackles of selflessness. Like, these are just quotes from other people. Forgiveness is actually the best revenge because it not only sets us free from the person we forgive, but it frees us to move into all that God has in store for us. Like, that's powerful. If you really if you listen and read what these words are saying, and these are just quotes, like the last couple of things I just read are not from the Bible. These are just quotes that people, I'm quoting from people, like, so these are not my words, but this is a book, like I said, I'm just quoting people. But that's so powerful. Like, rewind and listen to it again. Go to Walmart and buy that book and read it over and over and over. Like, the words are just like mind blowing, because I always said, oh, I forgive so and so, and I, even though I didn't believe in God, I always said, before, I used to always say, well, I have to, forgive, because if I don't forgive, then how do I expect anyone to forgive me? And like, that is so true. Like, it's so true. Like, how am I going to like hurt somebody and expect forgiveness if I'm unwilling to forgive anybody? And some people think that, well, if I forgive them, that means it's okay what they did, that means I'm condoning what they did, but it's not whatsoever. Forgiving somebody is about freeing yourself. Like it said, it's getting out of your mind, getting those obsessive thoughts, getting the whole scenario of they did this, they did that, and it's like constantly like in your head, and it actually feeds and eats at your body. When you hold resentment and guilt, it literally like feeds off your bones, and like you get illness in your body. You can actually Google it. Like, you can look this up, like how the mind and the body is connected, and holding resentment and holding shame or holding anger, it really does. So if you're someone that has an autoimmune disease or anything like that, holding resentments and grudges plays a huge part of it, and a lot of people don't know that. Like on this channel, I will also, be talking about, healing yourself naturally. That's why I originally started my channels, because I've been healing myself naturally. I'll talk more about that on another channel. On another another video. But yeah, forgiveness. I had to learn to forgive, not just say, oh, I forgive you, or I forgive this person. No, like, I really had to look at my part in it, forgive myself. That's big too, because if I couldn't forgive myself, I'm definitely not forgiving somebody else. And I never forgave myself for anything I've done in my past until recently. And I think being able to do that by finding God, I was able to forgive other people, really, not just say it, forgive myself. And that's like the biggest thing that has really changed my life, is forgiving all the damage I've done, to me, to my kids, to my family, to friends, and slowly, really being truthful about it and coming out and like saying, yeah, like, I was not a good person. I admit that today. Like, before, I couldn't do that. I would always be pointing fingers, but look, like, don't mind my big hands, but look, if you got a finger pointing at someone, you have 3 pointing back at you. So, I don't even have to say more, about that. It is what it is. Like, you can't go around blaming people for everything and not accepting your part in it. So today I accept my part, but I forgive myself. I have to forgive myself. I have to set that free and live differently. But, don't go, for me, this is just for me, my experience, my strength, my hope. I'm not going to say I forgive myself and then know what I did was wrong and then go do it again, because that's what I used to do, and I didn't grow and I didn't learn anything. But today I've learned, if I did something wrong, and I let it go and I forgive myself, then I can't do it again, because sorry becomes irrelevant to me, to anyone else, if I'm repeating the past, like, it just doesn't make any sense. All right, well, it's been 10 minutes of me ranting about forgiveness, but it's key in changing my life. is finding God and forgiveness. First, forgive yourself. I forgave myself. Then I forgave others. Truly, truly, truly forgive. Don't just say you forgive someone. Like 100% let go of the resentment. What did you learn from it? Look at it that way. Now, she did this, she did that, he did this, he did that, but I did this, but I did that. I'm guilty too. I'm guilty. What was my part in it? I started to acknowledge and accept my part and what I need to forgive you about. But what did I do? You know, really being honest with myself and being able to see my role in every single situation that I needed to forgive somebody for. But what was my role? What did I do? That has been major. Really getting open and honest with myself and forgiving and learning to let go has definitely freed my heart, freed my mind. Definitely. All right. So if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.